Yo, what is going on, guys? Johnny on the track, back with another video here. And today we are talking Daytona for the regular season finale. Obviously, I just came back from Richmond for that race, which I feel like I called that. I feel like I called how fun and awesome that race was going to be. So, I mean, just overall, to get a winner like Austin Dillon, which I gave out on this show, was awesome. I took that early and then I live bet it again. So that was awesome. I think the racing was top tier. Finally, we had a tire that had tire wear. Like that's really all we need at this point at some of these short tracks. You know, the car is the car. I think getting a tire that has some wear, that's the racing that can happen. You can actually race side by side because nobody has any grip. So you really can't like try to aero block. It doesn't happen. You don't have any grip. So so much fun. Awesome track, great atmosphere, Saturday night race under the lights at Richmond. We get the dub with some money. It's a great sold out crowd with a great atmosphere, a great race. And I'm juiced. I'm juiced. I'm still juiced from what was Richmond last Saturday night. But now we go to Daytona, another Saturday night race under the lights. Feel like weather usually plays a factor in this race. Just with how things turn out. But we'll see what happens. This is going to be a big one. Obviously, it's the final race in the regular season. A lot of guys winning, you're in. If they get a win, they are in the playoffs. A lot of guys fighting to survive, like Tyler Reddick, like Alex Bowman, just with points and can't use a new winner. So much on the line for a lot of different drivers. Real quick before we get into the good stuff, want to start real quick. NASCAR is coming to New Hampshire for a playoff race Sunday, September 21st. So get your tickets down below. You can use that link. That is my Johnny on the Track link. You click that link. You can get your tickets now for NASCAR in New England. If you are a New England fan, if you are a New Englander, if you are in the area of, maybe you're just outside New England and you want to see some good racing. We just saw a short flat that provided great racing. New Hampshire's bringing the same tire. So, and they had a tire test and it seemed to wear as well. So I'm excited for New Hampshire. You should be too. So get your tickets now with the link down below. And of course, we are sponsored by Slice. We are presented by Slice. We thank Slice, which continues to be our summer drink. SliceSeltzer.com for more information. They are expanding and getting in more and more liquor stores and bars and beach bars around the Rhode Island area, and they continue to look to expand to a store near you. SliceSeltzer.com for more information. And now we can get in to the bets. So I want to tell you how I feel, or let me tell you who I'm high on and why. I am high on Alex Bowman, Tyler Reddick, Ty Gibbs, and Kyle Busch. Those would be four outrights that I would tell you should place right now because the way this stuff works, like the numbers aren't going to change. It's going to be pretty like par for the course and standard. Everybody's 10 to 1 and longer odds. That's how it works. You bet small to win big. That's what I always say at these super speedways. Kyle Busch, Alex Bowman, Tyler Reddick, Ty Gibbs. Why? All Hendrick guys locked in except Alex Bowman. If push comes to shove, which most times push has come to shove, and Alex Bowman has pushed and shoved somebody to the win, I think this time the roles will be reversed. I think Alex Bowman would get pushed to the win by his Hendrick teammates. I feel the same way for Tyler Reddick. I think Tyler Reddick would, be pushed by Denny Hamlin, would be pushed by Bubba Wallace, who's a great super speedway racer, to win and lock himself in the playoffs. Ty Gibbs is another guy, right? JGR's got three of their four guys in with Bell, Hamlin, and Briscoe. They got to get Ty Gibbs in. The only way he can get in is to win. If push comes to shove at the end, Ty Gibbs is getting that push so Joe Gibbs Racing can get into the playoffs. That's a big accomplishment to get all four cars into the playoffs. Hendrick continues to do it. Gibbs has done it quite a bit. And I think they need to do it again this year to really prove that, hey, we're still a powerhouse because three or four Gibbs cars is not good enough. It's got to be four or four Gibbs cars, Ty Gibbs to win his first Cup Series career race. Um, and then Kyle Busch, right? Austin Dillon just won. He'll have an additional teammate with Austin Hill, who is a proven exceptional super speedway racer. I don't like the guy, but he can race at super speedways. So now you got Austin Dillon and Austin Hill who can push Kyle Busch to a win. Again, Kyle Busch was leading this race on the last lap last year and ended up getting beat by not Josh Berry, Harrison Burton for a shock win that put Harrison Burton into the playoffs. But right, Kyle Busch, has been so close in super speedways with RCR. That has really been their strong suit since KFB has been a part of Richard Childress racing. So Kyle Busch again, Dillon's locked in. Hill's going to be there to help. You've got two good Chevy cars that can push Kyle Busch to the win. Another outright I'm just going to give out because I feel like this guy is due. We haven't heard his name much, but this is where he makes his presence felt. Stenhouse Jr. just finds a way. He just finds a way. I know he doesn't have teammates. I don't really care. I think Stenhouse is one of those guys where he doesn't really need teammates. He will find a way to get it done. He's done that now. He did it last year at the playoff race in Talladega. So in my opinion, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. is a great bet. Let me get you some odds on these guys. Let's do that. I want to get it on. Let's do it on DraftKings. Let's do it on DraftKings. Let's do it on DraftKings. Apologies, my friends. Okay. Stenhouse. Wow. Oh my gosh. No, that can't be. That can't be. That cannot be. Wow. Stenhouse 25 to 1 on Rhode Island Sportsbook. Stenhouse 16 to 1 on DraftKings. So shop around for Stenhouse. We've got Reddick at 20 to 1. I like that. Bowman at 22 to 1. I like that. Kyle Busch at 15 to 1. I like that. And Ty Gibbs at 40 to 1. I love that. I really like that bet. Ty Gibbs 40 to 1. I think that's a good one. But yeah, definitely shop around for Stenhouse. Let's look. Now I'm going to give the same guy Bowman 22 to 1, so pretty equal. Stenhouse we said was 25. Where's Bowman? Bowman. Uh 20. Oh yeah, 22. Where's Reddick? Reddick. 28. So better number on Rhode Island for Reddick. Ty Gibbs, 35. So better number there on DraftKings. So, case in point, you got to shop around. You got to shop around for the best number. Kyle Busch, 15. So same on both sites. Shop around. Find what you like the best. And, I think that's how you got to attack this race. Another bet that I like a lot is Denny Hamlin for a top five. That would be plus 375. I just think overall that Denny Hamlin has to find a way to stay up top till the end, right? There's a lot of reasons for Gibbs, meaning Ty Gibbs, to get the win, to push, him to the front for his car and Tyler Reddick. He's got to try to control the race late so his other car can get into the playoffs, because Bowman's going to be fighting. So I think Denny Hamlin knows, okay, I have to stay up when it matters most and get one of those guys in the playoffs. So in my opinion, I think Denny's going to run well. I think he's going to run clean. I think he's going to be there in the end when it counts. The final bet that I'm going to give out right now, it has nothing to do with anything I've mentioned. I've given you some Toyotas, some Chevys, a prop on a Toyota. I'm just going to give it to you straight. I'm going to give you winning manufacturer. Is it out yet? Here it is. I'm going to go with Ford at plus 135. Here's why. One of those RFK guys, I think, or I should say, any of those RFK guys have a good shot. I feel like one of those guys are due. Brad and Busher come to mind as the top two, but Preece finished, He got DQ'd, but finished Talladega second, was battling with Austin Cindric late. Speaking of Cindric, all four Penske cars are in the playoffs, including Josh Berry in that number, in that pack of four. I'm including him. So those guys have nothing to lose. They've got nothing to lose at all. So, they're just there to win, collect stage points, and collect stage wins. So, an extra five playoff points from a guy like Logano or Cindric or Blaney or Barry can go a long way. And then on top of that, you get, kind of just guys looking to win in front row motorsports with Gregson, Zane Smith, and Gilliland. Gilliland has proven that he can be a super speedway guy. Um, so overall, Ford plus 135 feels like a safe bet to me. Again, I know I'm not giving out any Ford outright. I feel more confident in Busch, Bowman, Reddick, Gibbs, and Stenhouse. Those are the five guys that I would give out. But I think then you can kind of, a heavy bet could be for you to say, hey, maybe those won't hit. Maybe I've got $10 on those five guys, but then I've got 150 on Ford. You're going to net money just based on how the odds work, or $100 on Ford. You're going to net money with how the odds work. So that's how I would go attack this weekend's race. I would give, you know, the guys that need to get into the playoffs that have teammates that can help. I put them up top. I think Ford, again, just they seem to be in the right spot to win this race. And, in terms of the best guys have already won, they've got nothing to lose. And RFK is just looking to get in as well as front row. So, you've basically got all or nothing there with all the Ford drivers, where some of these other, like, Joe Gibbs Racing and Hendrick, they've got to play it a little bit more conservative based on the way that the playoffs could fall. So, just overall, I'm going to go with Ford winning manufacturer, Busch, Bowman, Reddick, Gibbs, Stenhouse as my outrights, and Denny Hamlin for a top five. Those are the bets that I would say you can place right now and feel pretty darn good about. That's what I would say. I don't think any of these lines or numbers really shift. Maybe Ford you can get for, I don't know, maybe it slips a little bit, goes around to 175, something like that. But I feel like where we're at is, going to be par for the course. So overall, I'm excited for this weekend. I think, weather again is the main thing that could put a damper in this race and make things a little bit crazy. But I have a good feeling about this card that I'm giving you right this second. But always want to know what you guys think. Put your thoughts in the comment section down below. Give this video a like. It goes a long way for the channel. And of course, hit that subscribe button down below for more great motorsports content. We've got a good one. We've got a night race Saturday under the lights at Daytona. So what are we going to do? We're going to go win some money. We'll see you next time.